And we are live, people. Welcome back to ZA Ball. I am here with my man, John Morgan, and of course, it's your host with the most, Vegeta Sama. And of course, here we are again, after a high, we're winning, and then we don't win again. What's up, John? Walk us through your thoughts, bro, about the game that we just watched this weekend.
Ach, Vegeta, man, don't feel so down, bro. Don't be so down. It's been our season this year or this season. This has been the theme. We have a high and then we don't have a high and then we back low and then it's crisis and then it's all disaster. Like for me, looking at that game, there was a lot of good. The Anthony playing very well. I think that is something we shouldn't understate because if we remember a couple of weeks back or a couple of months back, he was absolutely horrible. He couldn't do anything. Against a horrible opposition, he couldn't do nothing. And I think there's been a progressive upturn, which I'm really happy for. With regards to Anthony, and I think like um a lot of people's not taking note of the fact that he's actually been very good for us. So for me right now, like I understand that this team is inconsistent at the moment because of the fact that we don't have a steady back four. We don't have midfielders that we want in their positions. We don't have strikers that is fully on their routines. So yeah, for me, I'm not upset in that sense. I'm just like it's just like for me, it's like the teething issues, but like um, we should have won the game. We didn't have to win the game. But certain things went our way, and certain things didn't go our way. That was supposed to go away. That I feel we should have done way better in.
Yeah, man, we titled this Inconsistent FC, because in life there's the Avengers, the
Uh,
guys that defend us, that do what we can't do, and unfortunately these guys are not the Avengers. In fact, they are inconsistent FC, bro. There's a movie called Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths. This is Manchester United FC Crisis on Infinite Leagues, because league season in season out, all we ever do is a crisis. It just feels like we're stuck in an infinite crisis loop, bro. Like, when is it going to stop at this stage? I'm just tired, bro.
uh,
Honestly, I'm just so this team, man. And like you're saying, it's not like we didn't have chances in that game. Again, we didn't put away anything. Anthony had a good game. Shame, poor guy. And I think he probably thought he
yeah.
scored the winning goal. Only for Onana to not, yet again poor foolishness. I don't understand what he was doing there, bro. Like, is it head loss? Is it a lack of concentration? Is it? I don't know, bro. I know we said we wanted a keeper that steps out, but not like that, bro. Not like that. Like,
Mm.
you need to know when to step up. Like, you're now
Yeah.
taking people out.
Nah, but that wasn't his fault though. I don't blame Onana for that. Casemiro put him under pressure. If you're talking about the goal, Casemiro's trying to do the clever thing. In heading the ball back to Onana, which okay, do that if you need to do that, but do it properly. You can't do it off. Like you can't hit the ball and then it goes like literally 5 yards into into him. So I mean, yeah, like for me personally, that Onana does what Onana needs to do. He gets it wrong, but unfortunately, that's what Casemiro did to him. So if Casemiro doesn't do that, Onana doesn't have to come out. Because if, for example, if Onana does do that, right, and then Aaron Wan-Bissaka hits the ball away and it goes to an opposition and they get a shot off or something happens, then they blame Onana because Onana is supposed to be the goalkeeper to come in to save those things, right? So yeah, I just think Onana must do that and he gets it wrong. But Casemiro shouldn't put him in a position like that. For example, if a player passes the ball, right, 50-50 challenge, the player passes, give us a hospital pass. Now, as a defender, you come for the ball, but the other player gets there first and you tackle him first. Then you blame Onana for that. Like, that's not fair. That's not fair.
Oh, oh no, John. Is it me? Well, all right, people. Looks like we've lost John Morgan. The internet saved him. in my humble opinion, I know there was a catalog of errors from like Casemiro, hitting the ball back and everything. Um, but also like I feel like Onana could have. Kenny, what's up, brother? Look at Onana hijacked John's Wi-Fi. Why would Onana do that? Because
Yeah, I'm not
John,
really defending him.
John, John is defending him. He's doing what his defense
Exactly.
couldn't do for him yesterday.
Yeah, so I just want to complete what I said. So what I said was, where did I stop?
No, you were just talking about how the goal went from Cass's bad header back to Onana, and Onana was put in a
Yeah,
position, unfortunately,
exactly.
where he.
Yeah, so I just want to like, so for example, I'm gonna make the analogy again. If you were a defender playing a hospital pass to your back line, another 50 challenge, you get a tackle wrong, and you foul the play and you get a red card. That can't be your fault. That's the player that's put you under pressure's fault because he shouldn't be doing that in the first place. And that's what I'm saying. Casemiro shouldn't do that in the first place. If you do that as a player in the Premier League, you asking for trouble, and that's what we got. We got trouble. But I think
Yeah, yeah,
I
but like,
think
do you
it's been
not
a calamity
feel
of errors,
that?
though.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying with Casemiro. Yeah, Cass. I mean, that was not good from him. But do you not think Onana could have held his position? Because, like you're saying, Wan-Bissaka was there to get a header in. Um,
Do you trust
or
Wamasaka?
at least, or no, it's not about trusting him, bro. But he's
Bro, it
there.
is. No,
It's
it's about
and I
trusting him.
think that's another thing. You can't Onana couldn't get a clean punch in because there's a defender who's trying to do his job, and you need to let him try to do that, bro. At least hold
N-
your line, bro. Because what is the other guy
No
gonna do in that
chance.
position?
No
Because
chance.
even if Wan Bissaka doesn't get the ball, he's already putting the other guy under pressure. What is that guy gonna do? Lob Onana with a header from that position?
Bro, if a defender headers the ball back, the intention of Casemiro was to header it to Onana. Alright? That was the
Yeah.
intention from Casemiro. Casemiro didn't want to header
Yes.
the ball so that Wambasaka can header it out. But it happened like that. So Onana then made a decision when Casemiro headed it to come for the ball. Alright? Obviously the header wasn't strong enough, and that's why he made the error. He made the foul. Also, Aaron Wan-Bissaka is can't be trusted in this team, bro. That man has fallen off a cliff. I can't believe how bad he is. Because he when he came back from injury, he was like a breath of fresh air, running down the wings, doing what he must do against Liverpool. He was so good, right? Because Johnny Evans also got injured and then he started. But now it's like he's so bad. Like, what is wrong with you? like
I don't know, man. It just seems to be the story of United players. You go from you look so good. Ten Hag must have done something with you too. What has just happened to you? Or if you're Anthony, it's the other way around. You were bad, and now all of a sudden you look like you trained in the hyperbolic time chamber. What's going on
No,
with
but
you, buddy?
it looks like Anthony does have his head like his head is now coming back to what it's supposed to be, because I think that that is a not wait that a case that happened in Brazil. um I'm trying to stay out of the stay in YouTube's good books. um that case in Brazil that happened, I think that played a big factor in his season, and I think that irritated Ten Hag because like Ten Hag said, he caused it, right? So
Mm.
if he caused it, he needs to obviously take responsibility. And I think he's taken responsibility. It's been a bad patch for him. But this is what what I was actually thinking. This is what big players are made of, right? If you look at Bukayo Saka, right? Bukayo Saka yesterday, like he was good. He when his team needed him, he scored the goal. But we remember the Bukayo Saka bad days. We remember when he went through bad times. And the same with Anthony. The players go through these bad patches not because of the ability, but because this is what happens in a player's lifestyle, in his trajectory. There's going to be a retrace, there's going to be back some bad moments. And it's for your job to learn from these bad moments. All right. For example, Kobe Mainu, he passes the ball, he gives the ball away against West Ham, they score a goal. He must learn from that bad moment. And that's what makes a good player. A good player doesn't come out of nowhere and all of a sudden he's fantastic, he's great, he's Ballon d'Or special. He needs to go through bad moments and he needs to learn. And I think with Anthony, we need to have the grace for him to learn with him, to struggle with him, to suffer with him. Because if we don't do that, if we're gonna say he's a flop, he's bad, he's this, he's that, he's this, he's that, we literally going to we literally going to damage the progress that is supposed to happen with a player, because a player is not supposed to all of a sudden be fantastic. A player goes through this trajectory and this progressiveness that makes him a good player. You feel me? So I think with Anthony, the fact that he's able to turn it around proves that he can be a good player. Proves that he might be able to. Whoa, this is a big statement, but he might be able to live up to the price tag. Now,
Oh,
do I think it's a vast, a big statement? Of course I do. But based on the information and the new information that was provided, it looks like he had a bad patch. And remember, he's only 22. He must learn, and he must grow. If he grows next season, and Tena gives him the opportunity, why not kick on? Why not have a better season than this season? You don't need much to have a better season than this season. And I just want to big up Anthony and make sure that people understand, like, Anthony has been through it, right? To go through a court case, right? Yeah, Anthony was my man of the match, exactly, Kenny. To go through a court case, right? Now, dealing with the law can be traumatic. Dealing with the law can be difficult on your mentals because you didn't expect this to happen. All right, you didn't. This is not what you want. Right, as a pro footballer, as a player for Man United, this is something that is difficult. All right, and you can only imagine what Mason Greenwood went through. Now that's a completely different story, but it doesn't take away from the traumatic and the damaging experience that it has been on these players. All right. So we have to take it into consideration when it comes to performances, because comes from a multiple from performances come from multiple angles. A performance can be made on confidence. A performance can be made on ability. A performance can be made on mental aptitude. Look how many times Bruno has had a bad game, but still influenced the game. Why? Because of his mental capacity and because of his dog. That's why we love these players. The players that can come out and
hey,
do
whoa. I
the
don't know
job.
about loving these players. I think you're on
Now
your own there, buddy.
I love Bruno Fernandes. Let me tell you, my friend.
Oh, okay,
I
Bruno.
absolutely adore Bruno.
You said players, and I said, hey, whoa. No.
Yeah,
Mm,
players. What's his name? Bruno,
okay.
Kobe, Hoyland, Cornetto. Bro, Dallo, Grant, Onana. Oh, Onana, I totally. I love you, brother.
Uh,
Like, that
not quite.
that
I'm not
brotherly
sure.
love, that family
I'm not
love.
sure about it.
But
I'm not sure about it.
yeah, you not sure, but I'm sure.
You see, I'm on the
So
fence with Onana.
that's the amount that wins. But what I'm saying is that when it comes to the mitigating circumstances, we can't ignore it. We can't ignore that these players has been through the most. Not these players, but when I'm talking about players, I mean Greenwood and I mean Anthony. So allow them, literally have grace for them. And when they come back and when they want to fight for the badge, and want to fight for the club and fight for the fans, appreciate them, appreciate him. And I think it's not bad to call out a player, to criticize a player because you want him to do better, the standards. But it's also not good, like Rashford says, to abuse the player. We're
Abuse
not here
them.
to
Yeah,
abuse. We're here
facts.
to constructively
Facts.
criticize.
Yeah, yeah. It's all about the football at the end of the day. But I'll say this: I think I'm of a different opinion with John because these players, for the most part, not I'm not gonna say all of them because some of them are still brand new out of the box. We just got them like the other day. But for the most part, I don't know how to trust if it's form, if it's a purple patch, if it's they're in the mood to play football. I don't know because if there's one thing I've seen from these players is inconsistency. That's why I call them inconsistent United. And I think that's why people who want Ten Hag to stay for the most part want to see these players go first because they've let us down so much. Like I said, I'm gonna stress it again. Not all of them. Some of them are still new, so we can't lump them in with the bad bunch, which I think it should be obvious by now who those ones are. Like for instance,
Mm,
already John already mentioned Kobe. He's still new. I'm not gonna lump him in. Even on Nana, even though I'm not fully decided on him, he's still new. It's his first season. It's not like David De Gea didn't have a shaky couple of first seasons when he was trying to take over from Van der Sar. So I'm not gonna judge him too harshly either. It's his first season. Um, Anthony, like you're saying, he's had a very interesting first 2 seasons, but he's also still brand new. The rest of the guys, and our captain, I don't have a problem with our captain because the guy just doesn't give up. Even if I don't like
mm,
how he plays all the time, at least he doesn't give up. He's what we wish Rashford would do on the pitch, essentially.
sure.
His attitude, his effort. Ah, Steffi, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's good to see you in the chat. Um, but the rest of them, man, I don't like them. I'm not gonna say I hate them because that's a very strong word. I don't know them as people. Just as footballers, I don't trust them. I'd like to see new players come into the club, new players who are hungry to play for this badge. Essentially, I just want to see what Ralph Ragnick was talking about. You know, people who are on their second contract of football, who just have that hunger, that dog in them. You know,
Mm,
who see the prestige it is to play for Man United, bro. Because if
yeah.
God gave me the opportunity to lace my boots and play for United, you best believe, even if my body's falling apart, bro, I'd be running up and down that pitch
Mm,
because that's what it means to play for this club. And that's why it's so annoying to just see this inconsistency. But you know what? The inconsistency from this season can't be a surprise to us. There's a lot of factors that have affected the season. I think the biggest elephant in the room has been the injuries, unfortunately. I mean, if you look at
yeah.
the back line that lined up yesterday, Casemiro's not a centre back. Dalot is not a left back. Was he playing on the left or the right yesterday? I can't even.
He
I'm
was
not even.
playing. He
Yeah, I
was.
can't,
I think he was playing left back. I'm not even sure.
yeah, I can't even remember because Ten Hag likes to swap them around a lot. These
Yeah.
guys. But the point is, we have two right backs playing on left back and right back. You know, our midfield is decimated. I mean, we had Christian Eriksen playing next to Kobe Mino, so we didn't have a recognized six technically. We had a number 10 and number 8 and two number 8s in
Look
our
on
midfield.
that. On that, it actually worked though. Like if I'm thinking about it, Ericsson in the midfield actually kind of worked because we were able to control the game a lot better. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's what Ericsson brings. Like if he when he plays, he bring. It's just the problem is the transition. He struggles in. He struggles in transition. He can't get back into his position that he needs to be in because of. So for me, in my head, the way I see it, Eric Ten Hag plays high risk, high reward football, right? So that means midfielders as an advanced position or moves up the field when we attack, right? So when we attacking, Eriksen, Kobe, Bruno, all advanced, all right? When we
Yeah.
defend, those players need to transition into defense now, because the back line is further back than usual because they're not able to play a high line. All of a sudden, you have to now work harder as a midfielder to get back into position because players they are tracking back as well. So, um, yeah, I think Ericsson, as good as he is, I think yo, it's tough, bro. It's very long.
Nah, bro. It's South Africa say it's chai. It's chai, bro. That's over. It's over. Those legs are not there anymore. My man needs to go play some relaxing football that doesn't require him to win a Premier League, man.
Saudi vibes.
I don't know. I feel like
Man
those
needs to go
guys
to
go
Saudi.
there and they just die because the cultural shock is too much for them. You know what I'm saying?
They play on sand, bro. Look, you know what's funny, no? They get paid so much money, no? And then they
Yeah.
go and they play against three fans. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's horrible. But part of the title says that in Ten Hag is angry, and I don't blame him. It's not like we didn't create chances yesterday. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
I actually saw like a lot of chances, but we're doing what we're always doing. We're not taking them. I mean, I'm not surprised. Look at our goal difference for Pete's sake.
Yeah,
it's
bro, that's the thing though, like, and that's what I've been trying to like wrap my head around in a sense of like we're not as bad as people say, man. You know what I mean? We're not as bad as what people make it out to be. Because we did, like I said, we did enough to win the game. There's been multiple games this season. Chelsea, Arsenal away. We did enough to win the game. Literally. Right? We had decisions go against us consistently this season. And in those games we played well and the decision went against us, we crumbled. Now that is a mentality issue on itself. The problem I have at the moment is that when it comes to like um taking the chances, Garnacho, he had so not so many chances, but he had a couple of clear cut chances where we must capitalize, put the goal away. Then you give us the advantage. You either give us the lead or you give us a two-goal cushion. If you give us a two-goal cushion, now we're relaxed. You have Ericsson on the ball. Now it's counter attack. You let him have the ball. You hit him on the break. You have Anthony on the wide. You have left side Garnacho, and you have Ahmad that's maybe up front. You have Bruno that's maybe up front, or we have some Scott McTominay that can run in behind, and all of a sudden you have much more control. But if you don't capitalize, you give the other team krach, you give the other team power to go and to try harder because they just need one goal and they equalize. They're in the game. Then they can win the game. And that's
Mm.
what is happening. And literally the ref said, "You want the goal? There you go, guys. Yeah, there you go." Because
And you
you tell
know,
me,
it's United. Like if we give the referee something to say, I'm gonna take away points, what's gonna happen?
bro, you tell me what's the difference between Aaron Wambasaka that got the penalty when we conceded the penalty and the Anthony incident when we were supposed to get the penalty? Absolutely nothing. The worst part is that Aaron Wambasaka looks away. That bruh is looking at the ball and his hand is still in the way. His arm is not in a natural position. They say his arm's in a natural position.
I was about to
Bro,
say the commentator's like his arm is in a natural position. You can't
no
defend with your
chance.
arm behind your back. I'm like, where was this energy for AWB? He was also
Exactly.
defending.
Exactly. And there's no absolutely no consistency. As soon as it's United that must get a decision, all of a sudden they can make a quick decision. Look at Mark. Mark's in the
Oh,
chat now, ready to laugh on our
oh,
parade.
your big
But
nemesis is back.
but if you look at these refs, bro, look at the game against Chelsea. Now I'm coming to Mark's game, right? Because we're talking about refs. Look at the game against Chelsea. Anthony conceded a penalty. Dalo considered a penalty. Soft as ever. Literally baby's bottom soft, right? Then we see whoa. Then we see yesterday Kulusevski getting tripped. Regardless if it's soft or not, he got tripped to the point where he tried to keep his footing. He wasn't able to, and so he went down. He obviously was impeded. He was impeded. That is a penalty. Why don't they give the penalty? What happens after that? They win the ball back. Saka goes and he scores a goal. Complete garbage. Complete absolute garbage. How is it possible that these refs constantly get away with this crap? Because at the end of the day, they are literally determining the league. Against City, we got a harsh decision. All of a sudden, no penalty. But you can give a penalty. Listen to this. You give a penalty for Chelsea against United, but a free kick on Kyle Walker and Rashford, you can't give that. But it's the same contact. How does that even make flipping sense? How does that even make flipping sense? That's
Hey,
what
I
I
don't
want to
know,
know.
man. I think the refs need to be investigated for sports betting. I don't think it's just these players, because they're always putting up players on charges for betting on themselves and stuff. I think these refs, they betting on each other's games. Even if the ref on the day is not betting, I think his friends are betting for him because these guys know each other, surely. Because these are I call shenanigans. The refereeing in this league is too bad. And these guys had the audacity to judge our referees. At least in AFCON, we know how to use VAR. You know what I'm saying? These guys don't know how to do nothing in this league. But anyway, going back to the game, the commentator at the end of the game says
Very
that
quickly, man, Vegeta. I'm not done.
uh, go go
Sorry,
go
man.
go
I'm
for it,
not done.
go for it. Nah, no stress, bro.
Because
Go for it.
you know what is funny for me, right? When these referees are refereeing in European competitions, right? When these
Yeah,
referees
yeah.
are refereeing in international competitions, they don't act like this. There's in European competitions and in international competitions, they refs. They're good enough. The quality refs. They can ref a game and it can be fair, no problems, no issues. The game goes on as usual. But when it comes to the Premier League, when they have Brasse, when they have their friends sitting in the VAR studios or sitting as linesmen or fourth officials, when they're calling a decision, you can't call them out. Now all of a sudden, it's a problem. This is a flippant problem. Nah,
Yeah.
nah, nah, nah. Wait, wait. But this is a problem, all right? This is an issue
Yeah.
that needs serious addressing because Nottingham Forest is putting out a statement, and Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher's calling a BS because they saying how can they say this? How can you do this? How can you question integrity, bro? What do you mean? How can you question integrity if you're constantly seeing the same crap happen week in week out? You see in the Europa League, it's one standard. You see in the Champions League, it's one standard. But when it comes to the Premier League, it's a different standard. It's a completely different standard. What it's like whatever we say goes. It's like we the authority and we decide how this goes. That's absolute horrible nonsense. Constantly this season, we as Man United haven't gotten penalties, haven't gotten decisions. Every 50-50 goes against us. Everything that happens in when it comes to a referee decision, if it's against us, it goes against us. If it's for us, it don't come for us. And that is
Mm,
the issue I've constantly had with these referees. Because if you look at, for example, Champions League, I think it was an English ref in one of the games. I think it was Dortmund or or another game that they had on the Champions League. Bro, no problems. No problems. Referee made a decision. You thought, wow, it's a good decision. Then you got a referee, another thing happens 50-50. He gives it one way, another 50-50. He gives it another way. Fairness, complete impartisanship, no bias at all. But when it comes
Yeah,
to our refs, when it comes to the league, I say our, but when it comes to the English Premier League,
our league.
you
Yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
you have bias. You have a complete horrible, no integrity bias for the team. That for one team specifically. That is horrible. And it's like they're weak, man. So when players come up to a ref, it's like they shudder and they get scared and they just say, no, 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 it's a penalty, penalty, penalty. When it's not a penalty. It's absolutely not a penalty. And
But you know
and
what
that's
it
the
is?
issue.
But you know
God.
what it is, John? I think you hit the nail on the head with the European example because I don't know. I think it was one Premier League game where they identified that one of the refs was actually a Luton fan, and it was for a Luton game. And they were like, "Hang on, are we gonna let this happen? That doesn't seem about right." Whereas with the UCL, that referee probably doesn't have a dog in that. He doesn't have a say. He doesn't really care. It's not his teams, and that's the problem I have. Maybe we need to get to a point where people in their own country can't ref their own league. To be honest, because how are people gonna not be biased? We always talk about how we ruin people's childhoods. Maybe most of those refs are those childhoods that were ruined, and they just it's. I'm just saying, it just seems that way at the
Mm.
moment. It just seems like
Vegeta, it's not even that deep, man. It's not even honestly, it's not even that deep. All it is, it's someone coming into the league as an official and it becomes their accountability. So for example, if they catch on crap and give a decision that was supposed to go the other way, they come out and they ask them, why did you do this? Okay, now here's the repercussions of that decision. Alright? Because at the moment, they have free reign to do whatever they want to. And now it's a thing of if I make a mistake, it's fine. I'm not gonna get punished because this is how things are. I'm a human being. But how do you make constant mistakes over and over and over and over again? I go back to Fulham, right? Fulham away. All right, Bruno Fernandes won the game for us in the dying minutes, right?
yes, yes,
Harry Maguire got judged as subjective offside. No? I have never seen a subjective offside again since that game and before that game. That is the first time I've seen a subjective offside never to be seen again. Bro, is this referee's God? Or is he not doing miracles where something happens only once in a lifetime? That's impossible. How is it possible
facts.
that you come in with
These are
one
facts.
objective offside and all of a sudden the subjective is against United? Wow, surprise, surprise.
Now the
Surprise,
refs in this league,
surprise.
the refs in these leagues are high, and even like the PG, whatever they call them, the governing body themselves. When somebody even tries to question the decision making, they're like, "I think I've explained myself enough. Let's move on. I don't want to explain why it's a good decision." I'm like, guys,
Bro,
you're the governing body. What are you talking about?
exactly.
This is your
Exactly.
job.
And it's like they don't understand the responsibility that they have, man. It's like they don't understand this is actually what we are supposed to be on. Right? We are supposed to make sure that nothing happens in this game that can put this game in disrepute and can and make this game go one way or the other. We want this game to be as fair as possible, and we want both teams to have a opportunity and a ability to win the game. Right? We don't want to stand in the way of one team winning and another team losing, or one team drawing and another team losing the league or getting relegated. That's the reality of the situation. That's literally the reality
Yeah,
of the situation. So
and I swear we
for
were due a penalty. Sorry, in our previous game, was it not Anthony or somebody who got taken down in the box? Trying to remember. I'm just so depressed, bro. This season's gonna kill me. But I swear we were due a penalty in our game as well, if I'm remembering correctly, and it
um
wasn't called
against
in our
Sheffield,
game. In our game, no, 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 against Burnley. I swear, one of our players was taken down in the box, and they were just like, no, and they moved on with life.
it could have been gone natural, but it would have been soft though. Like I don't mind. For me
Bro,
personally, I
we
don't
get
mind.
given soft ones against us. I'm just saying, can we get a penalty as well?
Yo, nah, that's so factual though, bro. But at the end of the day, like all I'm saying, right, is that if you just be consistent, man.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Just
That is
be
that.
honest, man.
It's the handball. Sorry, that wasn't the foul.
Yeah.
My bad.
Just be honest. Just like literally do your job. There's no here or there. Make sure you do your job. Wake up in the morning, think, okay, today is a big day because I'm going to be refing a Premier League game. There is millions of people watching this game. I need to make sure that I'm on job. I need to make sure that I'm focused. I'm locked in, and do your thing. Literally, do your thing. But at the end of the day, you can't. There has to be a reason, man. Something can't happen all the time. Like they say, there's no smoke without fire. And there's been literally a forest burning down, and we've been saying there's fire. There's only smoke. There's no fire. How is it possible? Anyway.
You know what? Yeah, but you know what? This has been the cry of Premier League fans, not just United fans, for who knows how long. We honestly thought that the introduction of this technology, because we've seen it in other sports, would actually help. But if
Mm.
anything, it seems like it's gotten worse. It's like we implement stuff to try and help this league out, and it gets worse. Like, how can you have instant replay available to you and you still can't make the correct calls? I don't know. But that's the refs. I am tired. I don't want to talk about the refs anymore. I want to keep talking about the United fans, guys. I mean, sorry, players. Yo, you can tell. I've checked out. I think I've checked out of the season. I think the only thing that's keeping me here is the relevance of the the top three chase. Well, top two now because Liverpool. Yeah, those guys.
Liverpool's freak funny. Liverpool is
Yeah,
actually freak funny, bro. Honestly. Look here. Look here. Look at this guy. AFCON made VAR work. The technology is not the issue. Personnel is the issue. 100%. Look at that Nigeria game. Percy Tau was fouled in the box. Nigeria went to go score. The VAR brought it back. Simple. Goal.
that's,
Simple. No goal. Foul. Easy.
yeah, but
No
that's what I'm
stress, no
saying. Like
fuss.
you can tell by the attitude of the governing body that these guys know. They know. They know that we know that those are bad calls, but they're just so prideful that they don't want to admit it, and they don't care, bro. I just think that's the
Mm.
case. I just don't. They don't care. They want to write a narrative. The city. I mean, look at like the rivalry between Klopp and Pep. These guys tried to sell us a whole story, but when you actually deep it, there was no rivalry. It was one-sided. That thing. It was just Pep winning everything. So even with this Premier League, I'm not surprised. Maybe they're trying to write a narrative for Arsenal.
Uh,
Oh, the beautiful story, Mentor versus the Master, who will come out on top. I don't know, man. It just feels like we're watching Dragon Ball Z in real life at this stage. We don't know what's gonna happen. We just have to
uh,
wait for the next episode to drop. Whatever, man.
uh.
This league, but United
So you're
too.
talking about Liverpool. You were talking about
Yeah,
Liverpool.
those
Bro,
guys going out
they
sad.
are pathetic, bruh.
Those guys are
They are
going
just
out
pathetic.
so sad.
Yo, they are bad. Like I was watching them, right? And they took the lead. Um, they took the lead, and I was like, "This is gonna be 2-2." And lo and behold, and the thing is, West Ham hasn't even been that great this season. And this is the funny thing, though, is that Liverpool hasn't been good enough to win the league. And Salah and Klopp fighting on the line, guys. What's
Oh,
happening?
it's ending, my friend. This is how you know when people are about to break up. When such things are happening on the touchline. No, it's not. Ah,
Ah!
I'm going to Saudi anyway. I'm tired anyway. Ah, nah, bro. But you know what? Good, bro. Good. Last year, when we won our Carabao Cup and won fourth, I mean third. Sorry, they were raking on. Look at these United fans. These United
Exactly.
fans are happy with it. Well,
Exactly.
club, look at your farewell tour, buddy. It's
Buddy,
the
we want
same
to see that
as our
open pass.
first season under Ten Hag, Eric Ten Hag.
Hold that. Hold
Okay,
that open pass
what happened
door.
to the
Open,
quadruple? No more
open pass door.
quadruple. Mm.
Open pass door with the Carabao in third place.
You
Might
know
as well
what,
put
man?
United players on there. Might as well put
You know,
United players on the open pass because you're nothing special, fam. You are nothing
yes.
special.
You know what, Nick Club? We've got plenty of Liverpool fans in South Africa. How about you bring them that energy cup? They need to see you
You.
guys lift that energy cup. Hmm? Losers. How about celebrating merchant? Smiling in pain. I saw you, Club, smiling. Can't believe what's happening.
But
Okay.
at the end of the day, uh, yeah, that
Oh,
guy.
leave me
That guy,
alone. Why are you
Suma
bringing my
released your
government name
government.
into the chat?
That
What is
Suma
going
released your
on here?
government. That's crazy. It's this time that
Hey,
guy.
yo, that is wild, bro. Oh,
That guy Suma brought your whole government into the
no.
scenario.
Anyway, let's not stop, bro. I'm so happy. These Liverpool fans were so arrogant, and I told you guys, Liverpool are not as good as they think they are.
You know what's
Case in
funny,
point, they haven't beaten us.
bro? You know what's funny? There's these guys. I've been speaking about these guys on TikTok, right? Now I'm someone I have no shame at all. As you can tell, I have no shame. Every Liverpool fan I see on TikTok, I'm in the comments. Walk one. I'm in the comments. Hold up. What did you say? Hold up. What are you going to win? Hold up. Third place in the Carabao. Hold up. Klopp's lost. Hurrah. Hold up. Salah fighting with Klopp. Hold up. What's
Mhm.
going on?
Mhm. I
Nah.
wish I
This
had a
is this is
soundboard, bro.
crazy.
I'd just be dropping for you. Hey, bro.
Nah,
It
but
is what
at
it
the end
is,
of the
bro.
day, we need to acknowledge though that Klopp hasn't lived up to the expectation that the hype that people has been making him out to be. Like, how is it possible that you're the best manager since like forever? And they compared this Liverpool team or the Liverpool team before this with Mane and Firmino. They compared that to the treble winning United team. Wait, what? What? But you won one Premier League and you won one Champions League. No man. Did they win the FA
Mm.
Cup? They didn't win the FA Cup.
I think they've won just about one of everything. No, have they won an FA Cup? It's a good
No, I don't
question,
think they won
actually.
the FA Cup. Check
It's a
that.
good question. I'll check
If
that
they
for
didn't
you.
win the FA Cup and we win the FA Cup, wait, we've seen it all. We've won a lot. We Man United and we never gonna stop.
You know what, man? I'm just happy, bro. Because even this rivalry between Pep and Klopp is just as bad as this beef between Drake and the rest of hip hop, bro. It is garbage. It is horrible. It is
Nah, facts.
non-existent. It can't be a rivalry when the other guy is slapping you silly. Like Pep slapped Klopp so much, they ended up becoming friends. You know that thing where your bully becomes your friend. Like, it's bullying at this point. So there's no rivalry there. They mustn't come talk nonsense. Oh yeah, he's got no FA Cup. Okay, cool.
No, that was against Champions League. Did he get the FA Cup?
No, he just has the Carabao Cup. No FA Cup for him. No FA Cup.
Exactly. Now you tell
Oh
me
wait,
how
oh wait. He won it in 21, 22. Sorry, it was still loading. Just one. Just the one.
FA Cup.
Yeah, just one in 21, 22 season, apparently.
No man. Oh, wait, man.
Yeah, you can check for yourself. So he's won the Premier League, he's won the Champions League at Liverpool, and then he's won two English Cups, which is the Carabao, and then he's won one FA Cup. So in the same season when he
Oh,
won the 21-22, he won the FA Cup. So he did the double that season. Remember, there's a quadruple season before the actual quadruple of this season.
oh yeah, he did win it. Yeah, he did win it.
Yeah, they were going for the quadruple, and it didn't happen. And they thought they could do the quadruple again, but they couldn't do it.
Ah, okay. No. Makes sense. Makes sense. Was that COVID?
Probably. I don't know, man. Nobody cares about Liverpool's success, bro. It happened during irrelevant times. I'm
True.
happy for them. I'm happy for them. Hey, it happened, but nobody saw it. Who cares? The
Funny,
quads are gone. Those quads are gone. Good dribble. But bye bye, club. Bye bye, smiley teeth. Go on vacation. Maybe we'll see you on Sky Sports News. Giving us analysis. Chilling with Mourinho. Who knows? We'll see you. We'll see you. We don't care. It didn't happen. Invincibles
bro. That is
who?
not deep. That is not deep. A Prem title with no fans in the stadium and the UCL was the easiest final in history. Exactly, bro. But
Exactly,
hey,
Mark.
but that, but it's none of my business. Did you see that one?
Scouser,
It's not none of my business.
Scouser tears. Scouser
Now, but
tears.
at the end of the day, like for me, like if I'm looking at the league, right, they had no chance. Like the fact that they were there was like you guys are not supposed to be here at all. You know that one guy at the party that you don't know how he
Mm,
got in, but he's
that is
just
them.
here, and he's like he looks very odd, and people's now starting to think, is this guy supposed to be here? He's probably got invited, but then it finds out, oh no, he snuck in. He snuck in like the rest of us. So, yeah, nah, he, I'm so glad. Like, because at the end of the day, you could have seen this coming, man. Because you can't have Darwin Nunes up front and think that you're gonna win the league. That is crazy. Like, if you telling me you're gonna buy Darwin Nunes or not buy, but you're gonna have Darwin Nunes up front as your main striker and you're gonna win a league, you are mad. You are nuts. And you have an inconsistent Jota, who gets injured every 10 minutes, and you have
Bro,
Luis Diaz, who cannot replicate the form that he had, I think, last season, and Salah, who's on the decline. Ain't no
and
way,
breaking
bro.
up with his manager, apparently,
Ain't no
allegedly.
way. Also,
Salah and Klopp.
a brand new midfield. Nah, bro, that was never gonna happen. Honestly, Uh, them winning the trophy was never gonna happen. The Carabao is about right. Carabao in third, that's about right. That is about
Yeah,
right.
yeah, bro. They were the real imposters in this title race, and I'm glad,
Mm,
bro, because I was like, how is this Liverpool team here? They can barely beat us, and we suck. So I'm just like, nah, nah, nah. But you know what? The real Liverpool has showed up. But John, there is a team that doesn't seem to want to lose at the moment. Liverpool fans claiming they are overachieved. Get out of here, man! Get out of here with that. A whole Trent Alexander Arnold told us, yeah, we're gonna go for the quad. Underperforming way. I thought
bro,
this was the greatest team assembled. Hmm? I thought
bro.
this was the greatest manager assembled. Hmm?
Remember when they won the Carabao, and they were saying,
Yeah.
yeah, this is we're gonna kick on from here. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. Chelsea literally bottled it. They literally gave it to you. You literally brought in your academy, your whole academy. You brought in, and they couldn't do anything. And you said that this is, bro. Premier League is different beast, bro. Premier League. The thing of the Premier League is, the quality of football isn't high, right? The quality of football isn't high from a technical perspective, right? But it's very intense. Now, as soon as you put an intense team against West Ham, against Palace, against United, you fighting now intensity with intensity, and this place isn't used to intensity. That's the reason why our team crumbles. Our team
Mm.
crumbles because mentally they're not there,
We not there,
and
bro.
they're not there with regards to the levels of intensity as well. So they can play one game great. And that's why Kobe has been such a revelation for us because yes, he's good, but he can also handle the intensity. Same with Garnacho. So when it comes to players like this, right, you must remember that if you're gonna bring in your academy, you must expect them to have the same mentality and intensity week in, week out. And for a young player, that's almost impossible. Almost impossible. So um
Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Hey,
uh, Train said he's hungry, then proceeded to starve. That is crazy. That is crazy.
that guy had the
So
munchies because he was on crack, clearly.
no, but I think Trent was speaking like a fan, man. Trent was speaking like a fan. He spoke like he speaks like I'm like me, like I'll speak. I'll say like,
Uh,
bro, we will win every game, we'll win the league. And we'll be
don't
sitting in
tell me
seventh.
about that fake defender, bro. That guy belongs in the midfield. What is he doing in the back? But anyway, Scouser tears. Seems like you guys are walking alone after all, eh? Huh? What's going on?
But you wanted to
Can't
talk about
even
Arsenal, right?
Arsenal. The Arsenal. Okay, let me respect them. I can't call them Arsenal because they are winning right now. Arsenal.
I'll never respect Arsenal.
Yo.
Arsenal's crazy. I'll never respect Arsenal.
uh,
Never.
but you know what, man? They almost dropped the ball there. 3-2 to Tottenham Hotspurs. They keep winning, broski. They still there. Everybody
You know
thought
what
the
is
elephant
funny?
would climb down the tree eventually, but they're
You know what
not.
is funny? That game, they literally got all the goals against the run of play. All the goals was against the run of play.
Yeah.
And that is funny. The own goal, corner, the second goal, um, counter attack,
Mm.
third goal, I think it was another corner or free kick corner. Kai Havertz.
Hey man, I'm
So,
wondering in my own sadness. Can't remember.
like if you look at it right, it wasn't like a dominant Arsenal performance, but Arsenal just sat in the break and took their chances, literally.
Hey,
And
some
Spurs is
people would
going to
say
give
that's
you
how you win a
chances.
league.
No chance. You see, now
You
this
know,
is my problem, right? This is my
I
problem.
agree with this.
People will say they want the style of play, right? But
Mm,
in certain
mm,
games, style of play is not possible. For example, Arsenal in
yeah.
that game, they would be dumb to try and implement their brand on the game because they know how Tottenham's going to play and Tottenham's at home. All right.
Yes.
So if you're going to allow Tottenham to come out, let them play a high line. You have so much space on the break.
Alon, Alon, and Postacoglu.
You have so much space on the break, right? And if you have space on the break, then Let them play high. Let them have the ball.
Let
Let
them play
and
in the
defend
clouds. Yes,
mid
you're right.
block, mid block, and then hit him on the break. As soon as you win it, you play the ball over the top. One of the keeper or one of the defender, and you have Saka against Davis. Would you think he's gonna win that? I can tell you today for free, before the game already, Saka's gonna 10 times out of 10, Saka will beat him. No uncertain terms there. We know Saka's gonna beat him. So for me, it's important for us to realize, right, when it comes to our own club, that there's times where Ten Hag has to change it. For example, against City, we has to sit back and soak up the defense and soak up the attack and try and hit him on the break. But to implement your own style of play onto the game, nah, it's dumb. That is dumb.
Yeah, no, it's tried, but hey, they got it over the line, like you're saying. And sometimes you don't have to play good. It's about 3 points. And again, going back to United, I felt like there were times where that's all I wanted, because there comes a time and point, like you say, we don't really need a style of play. We just need to win. And that's what Arsenal did. Arsenal are just focused on the goal at hand, which is to try and win this league. Whether they'll do it or not is another conversation altogether. But the
Yeah.
whole point is just to win, because they can't afford to drop points with the Sharks chasing in the waters. I mean, those guys, we know that when it comes to this part of the season, they have one track mind City. They're just
But
gonna
Arsenal's
go.
chasing though. Arsenal's chasing. City's not chasing. City is
No, I'm just saying
in
City's chasing their league. What I'm trying to say is when City's going for their prey, their goal, their title,
Oh, I
it's
see.
almost difficult to derail that animal. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you almost have to kind of just keep your head down and focus on what you're trying to do, and see whatever happens, happens, bro. I mean, look, remember that season when we won, when we lost the title to them. It was just a matter of until the last game, and whatever happens, happens. And I think that's where
Yeah.
Arsenal find themselves right now. Just keep trying to win, but unfortunately, with all due respect, I don't see them winning every game. I mean, I know they
Who?
beat.
City?
No, Arsenal. Arsenal. Still talking about
Oh,
Arsenal.
nah, they'll
City.
lose.
I'm not worried about City as much because they've got the pedigree for this part of the season. But I feel like with some of the games that Arsenal still has, they're either gonna drop a point or three, in my opinion. Because I know they think they're gonna come to Old Trafford and it's a foregone conclusion. I know we're bad, but I don't see that happening. To be honest,
Nah, same.
I think we can take a point, if not three, off them at Old Trafford. It can happen.
That will be glorious.
Um,
Oh my days, that would be absolutely glorious.
for how crap we've been, I still back us
You,
to
that would be
still take points
glorious.
off them. And that's the problem that they finding themselves. Whereas if you look at City's last few games, come on, come on. I mean,
That would be
you would say
glorious.
so. At the moment, it looks like City are the favorites for this title. Like
Mm.
I say, they've got the pedigree for it. But kudos to Arsenal, man. You guys are still there. People didn't give you a chance. People said you would have dropped off by now, which you guys did last year. So you've probably learned a little bit from last year. But if Arteta manages to go over the line, I have to go on holiday, bro. I can't stream. I can't be on Twitter. What's up, Joe Blackman in the building? What's up, broski? I don't know, man. If Arsenal wins, whew,
Wait. Pause. Mark Richards, let me take you back to a certain Tuesday and Wednesday night a couple of weeks ago when you were in the chat and we were telling you and we were laughing at you when you went out to the Champions League. Arsenal bottles everything. So don't come here with your crap of Everton is the biggest game. You telling me you come into Old Trafford and you're gonna win. No questions asked. Bro, you struggled against Spurs yesterday. Literally, they gave you goals. All right. So, bro, you're not winning the league. You're not winning against United. That is factual agreement. All right.
we
I
beat
expect you
Everton.
back.
I just want to remind people we actually beat Everton, so that's actually disrespectful to us. So all the disrespect taken, Mark.
You
Like,
don't know. You don't. You don't know. You know who didn't beat Everton?
tell them.
Liverpool.
You know what, Mark? If you guys think you're gonna come to OT and win, good luck with that. If that's the attitude your players come to OT with, have fun. You will drop points if not lose that
Definitely.
game.
Yes, of course. And the thing is, though, um,
A
I'm looking
high
at this
horse,
guy. Yeah.
my guy. When we play the this is the problem I have with big teams. Big teams, because they see us getting clubbed by the small guys, they get comfortable, and then when they don't collect the points, they all get surprised. Oh, how did we not win against United? Guys, I'm not saying we're going to beat
Bro,
Arsenal. I'm not saying we're
this is
better
how you
than
can
Arsenal.
tell, Vegeta. This is how you can tell that these people don't watch United games, right? Because we we do enough to win the game. All right, we get chances in the game where we can win, and there's certain moments in the game we either don't take, but most of the time it's not because we outplayed. Right, the only game where you can say we had no chance, but yet we were leading the game for 70 minutes was against City. That's the only game that we were outplayed, but that was because we held on to a lead, and we didn't have any outball. Right, but every game that we played this season is we literally were in the game. We literally had an opportunity to win the game. Right, so who the, Tapelo, who do you support? Just put in the chat. Who do you support?
He's a
Because
City fan.
City.
Yes.
Hmm. Funny how they
City.
come out of the woodworks now.
No, no, he's a proper. He's actually one of the few City. He's been there since before the
Since
Madizes.
Richard Dunn.
Yeah,
He's been
yeah.
there since Richard Dunn.
He
Yeah,
was
he
in
kept.
the he was there in the mud, my guy.
Nah, he wasn't. The later it gets, the more uneasy I feel. I don't think City will drop points at this stage of the season, but we'll see. No, no, they will not. They will not drop points, bro. You are right to think that. It's better that you're uneasy. It's better to get uncomfortable because pain is coming.
John, John is such a
Pain is
troll.
coming. Pain is coming.
Oh my
We're not going to
gosh.
win the league, but we are going to beat United. Yeah, Mark. I think that is the second part is delusion. The first part is factual. So the thing is, right, is that when you say we're not gonna win the league, we understand that. But when you marry it with delusion, now we kind of conflicted because you're telling the truth, but you also adding delusion. So what you actually trying to say?
All
Um,
I'm saying, I need you guys to hear me very, very nicely, okay? I'm not saying that we are a better team. But what I am saying is, if you are thinking you're just going to show up, take 3 points, and leave, you are laboring under some sort of delusion. Because I've always said during the season, if you go back to our Brentford stint, I said, guys, it's not the big teams I'm worried about. Because for whatever reason, just like with Chelsea, United will arrive. They will show up for big teams. Big teams, we don't even need motivation. We'll be
And
there
that is
no
the
matter
thing.
what.
That has been our problem this season. Our problem this season has been our mentality. Our mentality to show up, and when we are expected to win, we catch on nonsense. That's been our issue. All right.
Exactly.
But when we're not expected to win, when we expected to crumble and to fall, then all of a sudden these guys rise. Then you see a
We
Marcus
just
Rashford
show up
stunner.
for no reason, out of nowhere.
Exactly. Exactly. So the thing is, if you are new here, subscribe, like the video, leave a comment after the video now, or if you're watching later, leave a comment. Tell us what you think about United. Tell us what you think about Arsenal
Will
and the
Arsenal
refs.
beat United? It's what I want to know. Because these Arsenal fans have chest now. I don't like it. I don't
Exactly.
like this chest.
Bro, exactly. Joe is absolutely correct. Man United turn up when we need to. Exactly. Against Liverpool, we turn up. Right? Liverpool don't know how to win against United this season. We are the reason why Liverpool are the way they are at the moment. Amad Diallo is the reason why Liverpool cannot win against Palace, cannot win against Everton, cannot win
And
against
they're
West Ham.
crying in their car. That's why.
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, so Arsenal, you are not winning anything. I can't wait for the Arsenal game. Um, I think it's after Newcastle. I think so. We have Palace and then Newcastle and Arsenal, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm just looking at this disrespect, bro. I don't think you understand how we're just being disrespectful for fun now. Participation medal. Wow.
You see
Wow.
this chest. You see this
This guy is
chest.
saying before the streets. We've been beaten by half the city.
Yo, that's his
Wow.
crazy chest.
You know
That's his
what,
crazy
John?
chest.
I think we need to have like a preview match with Arsenal and get Mark on there. I would be interested. That would be a
No,
good stream.
Mark must be in the comments so I can cook him. I will cook Mark in
Oh,
the comments because Mark comes and says we're not going to win the league, but we're going to but we're going to win United. Bro, what you on? What are you on? What are you on, Mark? I'm gonna cook you. Remember me. I'm going to cook your duck with a stove on high. The stove is gonna
well,
be on high. It's gonna be a full roast.
if nothing else, the review show should be interesting after that game. But you know what, nah, we'll get to there. You know they say we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But I still
Yeah,
back United. Is all I'm saying when that game comes around.
100%. 100%, 100%.
You know,
It will be
but
interesting to see like how the team reacts. Also another thing, media getting banned. Absolutely love it. So you want to add it in
oh
there
yeah, yeah,
as
yeah,
a
yeah.
as a
I saw that. Ted Hogg is on smoke, bro. My guy don't care. He's in his villain bag, bro. He's
yes
had enough.
sir, yes
He's had
sir,
enough.
100%, 100%, 100%. But any final thoughts, Vegeta, before we get out of here?
Final thoughts in the stream, Robbie. In the season, let's just get over the line, please, and win an FA Cup. Yes, that's all I care about at this stage. Can we just win the FA
Mm.
Cup? Take our cup. We can go on the same parade as Liverpool. You know, one cup per each team. Klopp, na 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 na. Hey hey hey. Goodbye. Get out of our league. We're not gonna miss you. Eras come to an end. Yours is over. But yo, as for the league itself, I don't know. I'm conflicted now because it's between two teams I don't want it to win. But you know what? Because of Mark, it's your fault. I hope you guys must not win. You must not win this league so that you can come join us in this field. You losers.
Nah, they all there, bro. They just delusional enough. They're literally there. They're just telling themselves that they're not there.
But anyway, John, do you have any last few words before we end the stream yourself?
No, bro. Thank you very much for joining us. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. We're on the road to 100k. 100k subscribers. It's a long road, long to freedom,
Yo,
as
wait a
also
minute.
Mandela would
Okay,
say.
okay.
Yeah,
That's
long to freedom. But 100k subscribers en route. So subscribe if you're new, like the video.
no
Chat and mention in the comments like what you think. We appreciate your opinion, and yeah, we
look at this
appreciate
guy.
the engagement.
Look at this guy. At the end of the stream,
Nah,
he decides to say, "We're not gonna win the league."
I love that though.
Bye.
Bye.
But anyway,